In this video, I'm going to be showing you what the desktop metaphor is. So in computing, the desktop metaphor is an interface metaphor, which is a set of unifying concepts used by graphical user interfaces to help users more easily interact with the computer. Users interact more easily with the computer. So when I'm on my computer, I'm on my laptop right now, this is a metaphor, right, for a desk, right? I have my files, I have my trash, I have my whatever, my video file right here. So it's a metaphor for a desk, right? For a desk. Here's a writing desk, right? So when people created when people created computers, like the first Windows, right? The first real kind of mouse and keyboard and stuff like that. That was a desktop metaphor, right? And it helps people interact with what a computer is. So it helps people interact, right? It gives them the impression, the mental impression that the mouse is their hand and that they're writing on a desk, right? So what does this have to do with anything? This metaphor helps us understand what a desktop environment is, right? So what is a desktop environment? In computing, a desktop environment, or DE for short, is an implementation of the desktop metaphor made of a bundle of programs running on top of a computer operating system that share a common graphical user interface, GUI, graphical user interface, GUI or GUI, sometimes described as a graphical shell, right? So what is a desktop environment? Basically, here's an example of desktop environment. It's not just the desktop background. Look at how the files are presented and displayed, right? We have these guys down here in one. We have, this over here to the side. We have files here and we have files there on this type. And then we have files over here, so on and so forth. So a desktop environment basically is the way and fashion in which visual information, is presented to the end user, presented to you, the final user, right? So that's what a desktop environment is. A desktop environment is different ways to present visual information to the end user. So why am I bringing up a desktop environment? In Linux, you can choose many different desktop environments. For example, GNOME, KDE, right? These two things right here, these two guys, GNOME and KDE, these are forms of desktop environments, right? This is a desktop environment. In my previous video, I went over I went over KDE, excuse me. I went over KDE, and I realized that I needed to explain what a desktop environment is, right? So a desktop environment is a different way to present information to the end user using the desktop, using the graphical interface, right? So that's what a desktop environment is. So that's my little video for today. If you guys like these videos, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and help the channel out. Appreciate you.